Cue the Chaos Billiards Podcast. Hi, guys. Thank you for listening to Cue the Chaos, a billiards podcast. My name is Oz, and this is my sister.
Hi, I'm Ella.
And we just want to talk about all kinds of stuff related to pool.
Yep, so get ready to cue the chaos.
This episode of Cue the Chaos is brought to you by Cushion Lounge in Oxford, Michigan. Cushion Lounge offers weekly leagues and tournaments in an inviting and fun environment. If you're looking for a spot to play, Cushion Lounge is the place to be. Check them out at cushionloungepool.com. So we decided to do this podcast because we just want to talk about pool from an amateur level.
Yeah, I think pool is always so serious, and I don't think that every media source really covers like the unserious part of pool, and that's where I think we come in.
I think so too. I mean, pool league can be serious for sure. Some people get really serious about it.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially like in tournaments and such, but also there is such a fun side to it.
There really is. And Cushion Lounge here has built quite the community. We're all about having fun here. And I think that's the side of pool that people don't really see. Like, when you think of pool and you ask somebody who doesn't play pool, especially in leagues, they think of one or two things. Either professionals who are out there playing big tournaments and winning world championships, or you think about that guy in the back of the bar that's, trying to hustle people for 20 bucks.
Yeah, for sure. Also, everyone loves to like go to a bar or go somewhere that has a pool table and just shoot around, but there's a whole nother world pool that like no one knows about, I feel. If you're not in it, you don't know about it.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like an insider secret. If you don't know, you don't know.
Mhm.
I was really lucky because I was one of those people that played pool at a bar all the time, and I was pretty good. I mean, for a bar player, I was pretty good. I had no idea what I was doing. I was using a bar stick. I was scooping and jumping, but people took notice to it. My friends took notice to it, and I was lucky enough to have some friends that were part of a pool league who invited me to come out and play with them, and it's been a game changer for me.
Mhm. Yeah, that basically started you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our dad and our mom played pool together like 30 years ago at the same pool hall that we started playing at
Mhm.
when we joined league, and we were able to pull them both back in for a little while.
Mhm.
Dad still plays with us. Mom played for a little while, and then she decided she liked being at home without us more and having a little bit of free time a couple nights a week.
Yeah, for sure. I think some of my earliest memories of playing pool was dad teaching me in like a raggedy pool table we found somewhere. And I feel like, at least for me, but I bet you too, like we always just had a natural sense of like, being good at pool. Just like it came natural to us. And like I would play around with my friends anytime there was a table, and I always was just sweeping. I was doing so good. And I always just loved playing pool when I was younger, and then, like, once you really got into it, I was like, "I don't know, I really like pool, and I feel like I'm, like, decent at it for no experience, really, besides playing with my friends," but, um, yeah, I got pulled into it, and now I love it.
Yeah, and you've come a long way. I
Yeah.
mean, I was the same way. Like, I was just, like,
Mhm.
naturally good. I don't know if it's in our blood because dad is so good, but at that point, when I was 19, 20, and I started playing pool with my friends at their houses and in bars and restaurants and anywhere that had a pool table, we would always play. And at that point, I really feel like dad wasn't an influence on my pool playing quite
Mhm.
yet. Like, I played with him a little bit. We played around as kids. We had a pool table at the house when I was little, before you were
Mhm.
born. But that was really short lived. We didn't have it for
Mhm.
very long. But now that we've been playing, I've been playing for almost 5 years seriously and like regularly. You've been playing for how long?
I think almost 3 years, I wanna say. I started in 2023 in the summer. So almost 3 years, which is crazy. It's gone by so quick.
Yeah. And I would say that now dad has some influence on our playing, like being
Yeah.
able to watch him and learn from him. I think you do a much better job learning from him than I do. But we've come a long way, and I think you're gonna surpass dad one day. I think that you are
I hope.
so determined to do good. You're already pretty close.
Yeah, I beat him all the time.
Well, his eyesight's not great, and, I don't think
Yeah.
he, plays as safe as you. So,
Mhm.
Ella's nickname is Elle Safety, and it's because from day 1, you were an
Mhm.
insane safety player. Like,
Mhm.
insane safety player. Hooking 7s on balls that they'd give you ball in hand, like,
Mhm.
over and over again repeatedly, and I don't have you ever played in a tournament that had a 3-foul rule?
I've played in, yes, a couple tournaments that have, but I've never been 3 fouled out at all. But I have 3 fouled someone else.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't
Mhm.
sure.
Yep.
I don't know if I have. I think maybe I've played in a 3-foul tournament or a tournament
Mhm.
that has 3-foul when I was real early into my pool career, but
Mhm.
I haven't in a long time. I don't play a whole lot of Fargo rated stuff anymore. I
Mhm.
just don't have the time.
Yeah.
I run a pool league, so I own Up Top Tap, which is in Oakland County, Michigan, and we just expanded to St. Clair County and Roscommon County, and man, it takes up all my time.
Yeah. It takes up some of my time too when I'm helping you.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I absolutely love it, but I have definitely devoted like my entire life to this league,
Mhm.
and it put pool into a different perspective for me even then, and it put leagues into a different perspective for me, but I love it. I think it's awesome. I love being a league operator. I love being one of the players. Like I try to run things in a way that I'm one of them, and we're in this together, and we're, really building this community.
Mhm. For sure. Yeah. It's kind of
I feel like this is like out there for us.
I think so too. I think a lot of the times we'll be talking and other people will just be listening to our conversations and just be so intrigued. I think I don't record it?
Yeah. We say it all the time. We should put this on the podcast. We should put this on the podcast, but
Yeah.
we haven't decided to do one until now.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited. I think some of the things that we would like to talk about on the podcast are like what amateurs talk about.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
so many podcasts out there talking about the pros and what the pros are doing and what they prefer and what they like. And while that's amazing, and
Mhm.
I love me some pool podcasts. I mean, we were just listening to the Boom and Freezer show. Shout out. We
Mhm.
love them. But we just want to offer something a little bit different. You know, we're amateurs. I'm a tap 4. Ella, I think, is a tap 4 too.
Yeah, I'm probably a 4.
Yeah, she bounces a little bit. And we're really like middle of the group. If you're not
Mhm.
familiar with Tap League, the skill levels go from 2 to technically 8.
Mhm.
We've only seen a few 8s, but we're right in the middle of the row.
Mhm.
Win some, we lose some, but it's definitely a different experience than looking at it from a pro's perspective.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a big difference.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, the pool community around the country and around the world is huge. Like, pool is
Yes,
growing so
it
much,
is. Mhm.
but we have our little, niche community here.
Mhm.
And I think we have all walks of life play pool.
Oh, yes, for
That's one
sure.
of my favorite things about pool. Like, you can be 7 years old or 70 years old and play really well and have
Mhm.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can pick up a pool stick and play.
Mhm.
So another thing I really want to talk about is I am one of those people that I pick my pool cue based on how cute it is, not performance. And I think there's probably a lot of people out there like that, girls and boys.
Mhm.
I mean, performance is one thing, but when you're playing at an amateur level, it's not as necessary to
Mhm.
make your decisions around your equipment around performance 100%. I think a lot of it is about aesthetics too.
Oh, yeah, 110. I know so many people that will buy even men too, not even women that really, really like a cue and just love it and goes with their aesthetic. So they're like, I'm gonna get this.
Oh, yeah. We went to Philadelphia for Rally in the Valley and the Super Billiards Expo. So prior to leaving, we decided to start a pool to see what Mitchell would buy
Mm-hmm.
from the Super Billiards Expo. What would
Mm-hmm.
he come back with? And personally, I said I thought he was going to come back with an unfinished piece of wood
Mm.
and
Like a block of wood.
a block of wood.
I could see that.
I I really thought that he was going to come back with a block of wood to get a custom cue made, and that's what I put my money on, that he was going to get a block of wood.
Damn. Yeah. I could totally see him getting a block of wood and then describing it like, this is the finest, coolest piece. It's got lines and everything in it. Yeah, totally. Love him though. Absolutely love him. And you
Me
know
too.
what? I probably would too. I'm not even gonna lie. If I found something cool enough, I probably would too.
But he didn't buy a block of wood.
No.
Instead, he got a custom cue, a
Mm-hmm.
Joss cue, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. I'll have to re-record this if that's wrong, but I think he got a custom Joss cue.
I was totally wrong. Mitchell definitely got a custom Roberto Franco cue. Oops, my bad.
When we went to nationals, I know he got a break jump cue
Mm-hmm.
that he loved, a chili popper cue,
Yep.
which I played with that. I thought it was awesome. Almost too much pop, at least for me. But he got a bunch of cues. He got all kinds of stuff in Philly. A lot of our friends did.
Mm-hmm.
And then myself, I said, I'm going to the Super Billiards Expo and I'm not buying anything except for one Living Good Ball Club shirt. Because Living Good Ball Club is my favorite. I'm wearing one right now. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this on camera. Living Good Ball Club, they fill my wardrobe. And now
Mm-hmm.
even more after the expo because I did not just buy one Living Good Ball Club shirt. I bought 3 Living Good Ball Club shirts and a hoodie. And I also went up to the Ghost booth, Federgorst's booth,
mm-hmm.
and I said, I'm not going to spend any money. I'm just going to go look. It took about 5 seconds, and I bought a new pool bag and new chalk and the little bag that clips to the pool bag because the little bag was so cute. And it was camo. My bag is camouflage, which is so dope. I love it. But it's super light. It was really comfortable. And I broke the zipper on my bag. So that's how I'm justifying it. And I had cash. I had some cash. So that's girl math. It was free. I got $200 off because I had $200 in cash. So I
Yeah.
only spent $200 on my card. I mean, girl math.
Yeah. Camo is definitely like the print of the weekend. We got so many things in camo. We got hoodies, we got bags, we got hats. It was insane. I like no one could see us. But yeah, I don't know how you expected to go to the expo and not spend money. I think I brought, I don't know, $700 just to spend at the expo on things because I know myself. And I didn't even buy a stick. I didn't even buy a stick. I bought, what did I buy?
A ton of clothes.
Yeah, I did. I think I bought 4 shirts and a hoodie. I got 2 pieces of chalk, no, 3 pieces of chalk because I really, really needed it. I think I got a chalk holder, I got a hat, I think I got actually 2 hats. Um, yeah, I don't even know. That's all I can think of at the top of my head, but I know myself. I come prepared because I know I'm gonna spend money there and I know I'm gonna want stuff. So, I don't know what your philosophy was, but obviously it didn't work.
Well, last year at the expo and at nationals, I spent so much money and I was like, I don't need anything. I mean, I did need a bag. I
Yeah,
needed a bag.
you did need a bag.
And I needed chalk because I lost my chalk. Someone at League accidentally took my chalk, and we know that happens all the time. I did end
Mhm.
up getting it back after I got back from the expo. They said, "Oh, I accidentally swiped your chalk," and they gave it back, but I needed chalk for the expo. I actually grabbed some from Cushion Lounge here out of the lost and found and took it with me, and I said, "I'm gonna put it back." Home chalk, it lasts forever. So I only
Yeah.
needed to use a little bit of it. But I borrowed some from here. I took it with me to the expo and I ended up not even using it because I bought the ghost chalk and I love it. I absolutely love that chalk. It works great on my playing cue, my break cue, my jump cue, which I have a really hard time getting chalk to stick to my jump cue, my break
Mhm.
cue. So the ghost works great.
Mhm.
And as a side note, Ella had to buy 3 pieces of chalk because she always loses her chalk.
Last expo, I lost 3 pieces of chalk in the span of not even 18 hours. Literally, I would drop it to be gone. It would be absolutely gone because it's round, and I would it would just be gone. So, I stocked up because I needed to, because that's a necessity, and unfortunately, it's very needed for me.
So, in the spirit of pool fashion and pool accessories, let's talk about gloves.
Okay.
There's so much
Okay.
controversy around pool gloves.
Mhm.
People say that you don't need them and it's for the pros, and I hear people making fun of people for their gloves all the time. Um I wear a glove.
I wear a glove too.
I'm I get nervous. I'm a nervous shooter. I get a little sweaty.
Mhm.
I want a glove on because I feel like my cue sticks to my hand. I use a bull carbon fiber cue. So I don't use any like powder or anything on my hands because I don't
Mhm.
want to get it into the carbon fiber. Somebody told me that at one point in time not to use it on a carbon fiber shaft. So I started using a glove and it changed my game.
Mhm. I also struggle with really sweaty hands. Like, I will stick to my stick. So, like, I need a glove, but I'm very picky about my gloves because I have small hands. And we actually ran into this at the expo. So, in my bag, I'm not very organized. I just kind of throw it all in there. And especially at the expo and rally, it is small. Sometimes the tables when you have like 7 or 8 players. And so I will just take all of my stuff out of my bag and just plop it on the table and then assess it, or someone will assess it for me. And somehow I lost my glove. I couldn't find it. I was convinced that my sister took it. Convinced. And I'm pretty sure she did take it.
I definitely did not take it.
But
I have one glove and it's my same glove that I've had.
anyways,
I keep it folded up, little teeny tiny. I'm very organized in my pool bag. I have a little case that I keep my chalk in. I've got 2 chalks in it. I've got a master chalk, which I was using for my break cue and my jump cue. Now I've got a master and a ghost. And then
mhm,
in that same little case, I fold up my glove teeny, teeny, tiny, and I stick it in that case, close it up, and I stick it in the same spot in my pool case all the time. I did not steal her glove. I also
mm,
have really small hands, but I didn't steal it. Anyway,
interesting.
continue.
Anyways, so then I thought that I found my glove, but it was not fitting right. It was too tight. One of the fingers was too long. Like it wasn't right. I like a little fray at the end of my fingers. Like I'm not gonna lie. I like a little fray at the end of my fingers. It's gotta go almost to like my nail bed. I like it like that. Like it's gotta fit tight around the wrist, but not in the hand. Like I'm very picky about it. Maybe it's just the OCD in me. And like it just has to be like perfect. But it was just not fitting right, and I was so fed up. Literally 5 minutes before I was going to play, they opened the expo, and I ran. I ran to Predator booth, and I got a glove, and we were searching. Girl knows, if she's watching this, we were searching at that Predator table for just a plain black or gray glove, because like, I can't have anything flashy. It's gonna distract me. I need something, and I need the smallest size you have because my hands are so tiny and I'm so particular. We were searching in this box, like grabbing everything out. People were coming up to check out, and I'm like, mm-mm, I got stuff to do. I need this right now. And so we get it, and finally, and I have to run back to start my match. But yeah, I don't know about you, but my glove is like sacred to me.
Yeah, me too. There's so many times where I don't plan on playing pool and I show up somewhere and
Mm
everyone convinces me to play pool and I'm using someone else's stick and no glove. And I mean, sometimes I still wreck.
hmm. Mm
I
hmm.
do. But I hate being without my glove and
Yeah.
without my own stick,
Yeah.
which also Ella loves to borrow my stick. And when we were at the expo, She borrowed my stick to play in the singles tournament, which is at night. And the next morning, we were going to play our team tournament, and she was up too late. So she wanted to sleep in, and I left her at the Airbnb with her pool sticks. And I said, "Your pool sticks are here. Bring them with you when you come." And we go to start our match. I open up my bag, and guess what's not in there? My shooting cue, my pool stick. And I'm the captain of the team. I was trying to start us off strong. I'd been playing phenomenal. I was playing so good. Some of the best shooting I've ever played was played at the expo. And then I didn't have my stick. And I had won the last, I think, 3 matches that I played. And I played that match absolutely horrible. I used half of my dad's stick, half of Daryl's stick.
Mhm.
And it was rough. It was really rough. You don't realize how much you get used to your own equipment until you have to use someone else's, especially at a high level tournament like that.
Yeah, so that was a rough day for me. So, if you don't know, at these tournaments, you are playing from 8 a.m. to literally 3 a.m. sometimes. And so that was one of the nights before. So I played singles at like 12 o'clock, got done around maybe 1:30. And of course, my dad wanted to play more. And so I'm like, okay. And he was my ride. And our Airbnb was 30 minutes away from the expo center. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, like we'll play whatever as long as I can get food after because I was starving. I was starving.
You're
Okay.
always starving at the expo.
I am.
And they
Yeah.
have food there, but you're playing so much that you're so devoted to your team and watching your team
Hmm.
play that stopping to go get food and go eat is
Yeah. It's
you
like,
forget about it.
it's the adrenaline, and then
Yeah.
once you eat, you're so tired, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
as long as I get food after this, I don't care. And so we finally leave the expo center probably around 3 a.m. We go get food, go back to the house. I'm finally asleep maybe at 4. I'm supposed to be up, not even 4.
5:30. Supposed
Yeah,
to be
I
up
was
by
supposed to be up
5:30.
by 5:30. Okay, that wasn't happening at all. She tries to get me up, I think, right? You
I
try to get me
did.
up? Yeah.
I tried because we had to
That was
get up at 5:30. We had 10 people in this house and we had to share 3 bathrooms. One of them didn't have a shower. So 2.5 bathrooms. Eat food, pack anything that we had to take with us. Sometimes stop and get gas or stop and get a coffee. Get there, find parking, which is tough. I mean, this year was better, but tough to find parking. And then get in and try to get a little practice in. And we start at 8 o'clock on the dot. So, I mean, we have to leave the house by 6:30.
Yeah. Oh, that day I was not doing that. So I got up maybe around like 9 o'clock, I feel. And then
Yeah,
I'm
because I
like,
called you freaking out.
yeah, she called me freaking out that um she needed her stick. And I'm like, I'm coming right now, like eyes waking up. I'm coming right now. She goes, "Oh, it's okay. You got a minute. Just take your time. Just get here." And I'm like, "Okay. Cool." So I make breakfast and I jump in the car. And it was the same car we took last night that they left me. So I was moseying down to the expo center, and it's a 30-minute drive, mind you. Okay. So I'm going, whatever. Then I'm almost there and I get a call from my dad. Okay. He starts yelling through the phone, "Where is your sister's stick? Why aren't you here? She's not playing good. She doesn't have her cue. She has to use other people's cues. You need to get here right now. This is so not cool."
And for the record, I was playing. I didn't know my dad called her, and I had already come to terms with it.
Hmm.
I was like, I don't have my cue. It's okay. I'm just gonna shoot with someone else's cue. It's not the end of the world. It wasn't a big deal. And I didn't want you driving there like just woken up, super groggy, super tired,
And
driving 30
frantic.
minutes through these windy roads of Pennsylvania. So that's why I told you it's fine. Take your time. If we had made it through that round to the next round, I wanted to have my stick for that. So I told you to take your time. It wasn't a huge deal, but I think there's another part of this story.
Let me tell ya.
A quick word from our sponsor, Sunscreen. Your skin health is just as important while playing pool as it is when you're in the pool. Available literally anywhere they sell stuff. Don't forget your sunscreen this summer, or you'll have a sunburn worse than a scratch on the break.
So I also didn't know that she was playing. I was told that you probably weren't going to play this round. And so I'm like, okay, cool, cool. Now, after this phone call, I am frantically trying to get there. There's absolutely no parking. People are parking on the medians where the grass is and like on the rocks at the front. I pull up, right? My dad runs out and I'm like, oh, it's in the back. And he's like, okay, open the back. So I click the button, open the back. The back of the car is empty, completely empty. He runs up to the window, Ella, where's the sticks? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're in the car. Check the back seat. Opens the back seat. Not there. Not there. And he's like, Ella, where are these sticks? Did you not get them from the house? I thought they were in the car. I thought they were in the car from last night because we took the car. I didn't take my sticks out. He must have took my sticks out. I have no idea how they got in the house.
So, Dad is a stickler about bringing the sticks in the house. He will not leave sticks in the car overnight, which I understand. It's like thousands of dollars worth of equipment. So, I understand he doesn't want to leave sticks in the car. And for the record, again, we brought all the sticks in the house and we had them all lined up by the front door. Before we left, I said, okay, I'm going to take Ella's stick and her purse and her shoes and her other shoes, and I'm going to put them all right next to each other, right by the door, so she can see all of them. I also told her when I tried to wake her up that that's where they were, and I texted her and told her that's where they were. And when I called her, I told her, your sticks, your purse, the keys, everything is right by the door so you wouldn't forget it. Because also, because of the parking there, we weren't sure how far our car was going to be from the door. So it was either we take all the sticks and we don't know if she's coming and we just have to lug them around all day, which her bag is not light, it's very heavy, or we leave them in the car, which is against Dad's rules. He won't do that. And who knows how far the car had to be. So then you would have had to walk all the way to the car to get them, or one of us would have. So we decided to just leave them at the house for you to bring when you showed up.
I mean, that's fair. And you know what? That's my bad. But yeah, there were no sticks in the car, so then I had to drive 30 minutes back to the house, get said sticks, and drive 30 minutes back to the expo center. And I'm pretty sure we got knocked out like right when I got there, and so I'm like, "Oh, cool, got nothing to do now.
Yeah.
We don't need them now." But
And when you got back,
uh,
we pulled Ella in on the grass or like the wood chips right by the side door. We threaded her car right between two trees,
mhm.
just enough that she could open her door and get out. She had to like close her mirrors to get through and get past the trees, and then she could open her doors and get out. And she had to like climb into the back of the car to even get the sticks. But front row parking.
Yeah, honestly, it was great. I would do it again. I think that's our parking spot for the rest of time now because I know that the car fits there. And so I'm going to put it there every single time.
But if you're from the Super Billiards Expo,
No, we
no,
did
we
not
did
do
not
that.
do that.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
We did not park illegally. Please
Mm-mm.
do not tow our vehicles. We just want to play pool.
Yes. But yeah, that was a time. That was probably one of the breaking points at this expo just because like that was like the one thing that like was an oopsies.
Yeah, and everything at the expo went really well for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
we took 40 players with us from
Mhm.
our league. This is our first year as a league. So, taking 40 players all the way from Michigan, 10 hours, that's a huge accomplishment. And that was amazing. Um, Everything went really smooth. Our team didn't do too hot. We were in bronze D for Dream Team, the lowest bracket you could possibly be in. I'm surprised they let us stay in the tournament at all after the round robin, but we definitely had the most fun of any team, of
Yeah,
anybody there,
we
probably.
we had so much fun and it was just such like a cool time getting to be there with everyone and like we made the most of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think just being able to like be in the house all together
Mhm.
and have meals together, break bread together, all of that just like solidified our friendship and we feel like a pool family. So
Mhm.
the expo was awesome. There was only like a little bit of drama that whole time.
Yeah, and most of it came from that story I just told
Yeah.
because you were a little mad, dad was a little mad.
And I think I
Yeah.
was honestly more mad at dad. I mean, I was frustrated with you about not bringing the sticks and, like, driving all the way there and not putting the sticks in the car.
Mhm.
But I was like, "Dad, come on. You don't need to like, he didn't need to call you. We're figuring it out,
Yeah.
it wasn't that serious. It's just pool.
Mhm.
We were having fun. It didn't really matter. Of course, it would be great to stay in, but I'm just one player. There's 4 more that had to play,
Yeah.
and, it is what it is. I wouldn't change it. It was
Me
so much
either.
fun. I wouldn't change it at all.
Mhm.
Um, so most of you don't know our dad. I'm sure at some point he'll end up on the pod.
Oh, 110%.
He wants to be our guy on the street. He bought he bought a little like body cam like police officers have that you hang around your neck and he's like, "Come on, let me be your guy on the streets. I'll go to pool halls and I'll interview players and I'll get him on my body cam." And our dad's very animated.
Yes.
He's hilarious and he's so fun and he's like always trying to be good energy and he brings a lot of energy to every room he's in.
Mhm.
That's for sure. But we had one other piece of drama. I don't know if you wanna talk about it, but I think it's worth talking about.
Yeah, I think it's probably fine.
So, a little bit about Ella. She broke her elbow, like, 4 weeks, 5 weeks before we went to Philadelphia,
Mhm.
and she was in an immobilizing brace while we were there, and for the 5 weeks prior to that. So, first, she got her very first ever sponsorship.
Yes, it was awesome. Shout out Larry from Bridgemate. He hooked me up, gave me a sponsorship, and I was using a Bridgemate for so long, and I trained my game to be able to use it, and so that's what I used and was able to keep playing pool with a broken arm, which is ambitious, I would say.
Oh, super ambitious. I mean, there were crowds around watching Ella play with one
Yes.
arm, with the bridge mate, and she even perfected just playing off the rail with no bridge mate, just
Mhm.
playing one-handed, and she played so well. She won so many games. She got the furthest she's ever gotten in the singles competition. But my dad's very animated, and my dad was so excited about Ella getting so far in the tournament that he could not contain himself. He would jump up. He was sitting at the table near the pool tables, and he would
Mhm.
jump up and he'd come and hide behind me and Scott, another one of our
Yes.
players, because he couldn't watch what Ella was shooting, and he
Mhm.
was so nervous for her that he could not sit still. He already can't sit still.
Yes. And so, yeah, he was definitely it was like definitely a proud parent moment, but like when your kid's like playing something, it's almost like you can't watch. You're so built up with nerves that like you got to step away, like you got to hide your face.
He could not handle the pressure. Ella, cool as a cucumber.
I didn't
Everyone
even know. I had no idea.
No, everybody always says how calm Ella is when she's shooting, and, like, she's got it. Whatever it is, she's got it, and she is so calm all the time. Nothing shakes her. So, she had no idea. My dad is moving around and hiding behind us and covering his face and just in absolute panic mode about her shooting. Ella had no clue while she was shooting that that was happening. Well, unfortunately, her opponent didn't like it and assumed that my dad was signaling Ella, which wasn't the case. Ella wasn't paying any attention to him. And very luckily, we recorded every match that Ella played. We live streamed it. So we were able to go back and look at the recording. And the recording was right in the middle of the table. So
Mhm.
we were right behind the camera. And Ella didn't even look in our direction at all during the entire match. She looked
Mhm.
at the table, she looked at her opponent, and she quietly watched while her opponent played. Ella played really good. I mean, she didn't play lights out to the point that it would be concerning for your skill level.
Yeah, but I was playing good, and I do play better at tournaments. I think even more, like, all the excitement and everything, like, just about tournaments, it really gets me laser focused, and I, like, turn a switch on, and I am able to do what I need to do. But I don't think I was playing more than my skill level, but I was playing good.
Yeah, and Ella plays really smart. Ella's skill level continues to rise because of her strategy when she's playing. I mean, you play a lot of safeties. I think your
I do.
stats for like 404 safeties played across 36 matches,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
That's a lot of safes, guys. That's a lot of
I
safes.
think that's like an average of 4 or 5 safes per rack.
Mhm.
Which I mean, some games you've had, maybe you've played 10 or 15 safeties, but 404 safeties over 3 years, that's a lot of safeties.
It is. Yeah.
So she was playing a lot of safeties. She was making some really good long shots, and her opponent thought that maybe my dad was signaling her, and also that the bridge mate was maybe unfair. And I mean, you grinded for weeks prior to that
Weeks.
practicing.
Almost I tried to come up to the pool hall almost every single day before like we had to leave because I had to get this down because it wasn't stopping me from playing. And so I set my mind to it and I was going to figure out how to do it. And I really put the work in, but it is not easy. It is really not easy. So yeah, it's it was something.
Became clear that that was not the case. It was not what's happening. My dad got had to kind of take his medicine and sit a little bit further away, which was better for him anyway.
Yeah.
Sitting a little further away, he couldn't see everything as up close and he wasn't getting as nervous and as scared. But again, even after having to deal with that, possible conflict, you stayed super calm and you played your game. You ended up
Yeah.
losing the next match, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think the other player was just playing a little better than you. And,
Yeah.
she deserved to win it. She played well. You made a couple mistakes, but
Mhm.
that's what happens when you're a 3 or a 4. You make some mistakes.
Yeah, it was super late too. I believe it was around 3 a.m. when we were playing.
I think it was more like 1 a.m.
Was it?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
done maybe
I
at
had no
closer to 3, but it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
Either
we
way.
probably
And we
started
had been
around
there
like
since
1 or
7
2.
a.m. So
Yes.
it felt like
It was a
3 a.m.
long day. Um yeah, I lose all track of time there. All track of time. I have no idea what time it is. And anyways, so we went hill. It was long matches. But yeah, I'm proud of the way I played, and honestly, I zone out so much and really just, like, dial in my game while I'm playing. Like, I literally have had, like, the ball from the table next to me fly at me. I have no idea because I am so zoned in. I have no idea what's happening around me, and I don't know how it happens, but, like, that's the same way, like, I can't listen to music while I can't have headphones on. It's like it's too much. Like, I just need the background noise and I just really get into my game. And so yeah, it didn't affect me too much. I knew things were happening, but I didn't know exactly what was happening. Um but I knew that I just had to play pool. I needed to come and do what I do and what I came to do and yeah, so it was really great. I really enjoyed my singles this like go around at Rally in the Valley and I'm excited to see singles in Tap Nationals
Yeah.
coming up in a couple months.
Atlantic City, here we come.
Yes.
We're very
So,
excited. I know in
yes.
every national event for tap that you've played in, I mean this was your third one.
Mhm.
You have progressed every single time. And I'm really
Yes.
excited to see you in Atlantic City because now that you have your arm back,
Mhm. Yes,
you
have our back.
you are shooting fantastic, and if you just keep up that practice and like grit and determination to get better, I think you're going to do great and keep that mental fortitude that you're so good with.
Yeah, guys, I'm really gonna try. I That's the farthest I've ever gone. I got 5th place, I'm pretty sure. And so that's the farthest I've gotten. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen in nationals, but Yeah.
Yeah, and you've snapped off a couple tournaments here, at least maybe not snapped them off, but you've placed a few times.
Yeah, I started like just placing all of a sudden, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Like I just kept going to the end of some local tournaments, and I think I did about 5 in a row of placing, and so that was really cool. I um like right before we left, I placed for the first time in a tournament, in a small tournament. So, yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. People come up and say things like, "Oh, like you're going to be so good one day" and stuff like that. And it's like, "Okay." Like I'm just doing what I love, and I love the game. I love to learn. I love to learn new shots, learn like new strategies and stuff. So,
Yeah,
I'm doing my thing.
you're learning spin in English a lot faster than I am.
Yeah.
I haven't really started learning that. I mean, a little bit here and there, but Ella's really learning it and really understanding it.
Yes.
I think I have a good concept of it, but you've been putting it into practice, starting to put it into practice and actually like seeing how it works on the table. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I just snapped off my first like real big tournament too. Here at Cushion Lounge, they hold these championships once a year. So it's based on your Fargo rate, and they have a 399 and under, a 499 and under, 599, and they tried to do a 699, but they didn't get quite enough participation this year. But I think now that the buzz has gone around about the other three, next year I'm hoping we get some real big dogs in here for the 699. So I played in the 499 tournament and I lost in the first round. But I'm a 389, I think, and playing in that tournament, Justin, the owner of Cushion Lounge, kind of talked me into playing, and I decided I was going to play, and I had so much fun, and I learned a lot, and I couldn't have picked a better first opponent. Her name was Melanie, and she was awesome. The kindest, sweetest person ever. Shout out to her. I hope I get to play on a team with her one day at a big tournament because we just vibed. It was
Mhm.
so great. But she taught me a few things after the match, and I was down like 5-0, and I think I came back and I was like 4-5 or 4-6, and she ended up winning. It was a race to 9. She she just absolutely wrecked me, which was well deserved. She played so well. And then Justin announced the 399 tournament and was like, "You have to get in this." He's like, "I think if you play well and you really play smart, you have a good chance." And I played. I had a lot of tough opponents. They were all great players. And I ended up in the final with a friend of mine. Her name is Carrie. She played so good. She had me down the whole time. At one point, I was down 5-2, and I ended up coming back and beating her 7-6. It was a race to 7, and I won this big tournament. And it was the first time that I've ever won a really big tournament completely by myself. It wasn't a chip tournament, it was a race tournament. And I think it just bumped up my confidence so much.
Mhm.
Like being able to power through and come from so down, like being so down on your game and being so behind, I really just locked in, and I'm the opposite. I have to have headphones on. I I don't have to, but in a tournament like this, I like to have headphones on, especially
Mhm.
at Cushion. Sometimes it's really quiet. Like that tournament was at noon and there was no one here, so it was so quiet in the room and I needed a little bit of something. So I like to put my headphones on, zone out. But I'm similar to you. I don't pay any attention to what's going on around me.
Mhm.
Sometimes to a fault, people try to call a timeout on me or warn me that I'm running out of time and I don't even hear them because I'm so zoned out even without music
Mhm.
on. But it was a big accomplishment for me. I think it was like my first real big thing that made me feel like a serious pool player,
Mhm.
you know.
For sure. She got her first opponent matching in the car while we were in Philadelphia, and I'm like, "What is that?" I had no idea about it. I would have totally got into that, but I had no idea about this thing, and my Fargo was in the perfect like range, and it would have been so fun. But best believe I'm gonna be in the next one. like, definitely I'm not missing it for sure. I would have totally played in that if I would have known about it, but we were so beyond proud of you, and it sparked, like, playing pool back, I feel, for you because you were running it and doing so much for your league and everything that, like, your game was kinda pushed off to the side, and I think it was the refresher that, like, you still got it and, like, you are a player at heart and um yeah, and so it was really great. It was really great to watch. We put it on our TV in our living room because we weren't able to be at the pool hall, but it was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know that's so funny because you're absolutely right. I put my game off a lot. Like I put it off to the side to run my league, and this season on my Sunday team here at Cushion Lounge, I decided not to be a captain. I let another player be the captain because I spend so much time answering questions for people and running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And it would come down to them just saying, "Hey, it's your turn. You got to play." And I would jump up and play, often cold. I didn't practice at all. I was like taking my sticks out right then to be able to play for them. And I still showed up for my team though. I
Mhm.
This was also my very first undefeated season in nine ball.
Wow.
I went 8-0 and got MVP and went undefeated in nine ball as a four, and I am super proud of myself. Like, and I didn't even realize it was happening until we got close to the end of the season. And my captain was like, "Hey, you know that you're undefeated right now, and you know you only need one more match. If you win this one more match, you are going to be MVP and have an undefeated season." And so I had a lot of pressure on me, but I had just won that 399, and I was like, "I got this. Whoever they put up, I've got this. I can do it." And we were playing a really hard team too. But I did it. I pulled it out. And yeah, this year's been great for me for pool. I really feel like I found my stroke. I say it all the time. I'm playing the best pool I've ever played.
Mhm.
And I'm excited to see what's to come.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well. I think recently just everything has been really exciting in the pool world and yeah, it's been lots of fun and everything's I think developing now, like even Cushion Lounge and our pool league and everything. So I can't wait to like see where it takes us.
Yeah, me either. And with the podcast. I'm
Yes.
really excited to be doing this and sharing stories with you guys, talking about all different things and just having a platform for just normal players like us.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. What about you?
I think so too. I think we're probably good.
Thank you guys to listening to our first episode. I think we're going to call this one episode 0. Just kind of an intro, learn a little bit about us, learn a little bit about what we do, how we play, who we are, and we'll get into some real topics next time.
Yes, for sure. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Make sure to
And
like and subscribe so you can catch our next episode.
yes.
And go shoot some balls, go play some pool.
All right, bye.